Okay, so early access Lorwyn Eclipsed. This is exciting for me. Longtime Magic card player, as you know if you listen to the podcast. And Wizards was kind enough to hook me up with some early access to stream. So the set looks really cool. I love the art. I love Lorwyn. I love when Magic gets into this space of just like creative, fun, imaginative fantasy. And that's where we're at right now. We have access to sealed. We have access to early access to standard. I don't play a lot of standard these days, but that's interesting. And also a premier draft. I think I'm just going to kick things off with some sealed. These are all phantom events, so I'm not keeping the cards or anything, but we just get to play, have some fun. What do we get? Hey, I know I've been keeping fairly close eye on the cards in the set, mostly from a commander perspective. So I don't really know what the sealed environment looks like too much, other than obviously like the various archetypes. Ooh, Rhymefire Torque, that's the Goatsy card, of course. Grub, whenever a 2/1 menace for 3, whenever this creature enters or transforms into Grub, Storied Matriarch, return up to 1 goblin card from your graveyard to your hand. I do have Grub's Command and another goblin rare. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may blight 1. If you do, create a treasure token. That's interesting. It's like Bitter Blossom, but for treasure tokens. It's like backwards. Grub's Command. Commands are always tasty cards. So like looking at this right off the bat, I like Formidable Speaker as a card a lot. I don't know if that's pulling me into green, but I've got 3 goblins. I've got this Goliath Daydreamer. It's a giant. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that card with a dream counter on it instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast a spell from among cards you own and exile with dream counters on them without paying its mana cost. Well, that's fun. And then Curel as well. Tap 2 creatures you control, copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets. So I like black-red a lot here already. Let's see what we have. Red, some colorless. So I'm looking obviously at a 40 card deck. I want a lot of goblins if I got them. Goblin Berserker. How fast? How fast can I win games? Probably pretty fast. So Grub's Command. Goblin Warrior. When this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 1/1 black and red creature tokens. That seems good. Daydreamer. Hovel Hunter. So Cure some good. Ooh, Metamorphose. That's pretty funky. Hovel Hunter. Loot if I draw or if I cast big-ish spells. Seems okay. 3/3 Flying Changeling. When it enters, exile up 2 cards from graveyards. You gain 3 life. Okay. Let's see what else. Yeah, when it dies, blight something. Seems good. As an additional casting cost, behold a goblin. Can't block. 2/1. When it dies, destroy target creature. Yeah, seems good in a goblin deck. Goblin. I'm gonna put all my goblins in. Goblins. Exile target creature. I can blight 1. It's a sorcery, but that's fine and sealed. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Yeah. Just a lot of removal. Try to get a lot of... Once creature enters blight 1, if you do, each opponent discards a card. One creatures unsealed are always nice. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may blight 2. This is a good card draw, but also a good blight target. I like that a lot. Destroy target artifact. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Just some good removal. 2 damage, deals 4 damage if the spell's additional cost was paid. That's viable. Put 2+1/+1 counters on each creature. That's probably wild. What am I at? 35 out of 40. 2/3 lifelink for 3. Whenever this creature enters and... Okay. Overgrown 2 is nice. Not gonna play it. It's nice. When this creature enters, exile target. Wait, that's basic land cycling, and it kind of... Some card draw, or card... draw, I guess. Kind of like the idea of having something with a big butt that I can blight, but that also helps gain life. And it's a goblin, technically. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Here, target creature you control gains death touch and lifelink. And then I also create... That's a good little combat trick. Yeah, do I already have that? What am I at? 39 out of 40? Tweeze. Sure. What's that? What are we looking at? That curve is gnarly. But what do I have here? 23 cards? No, 23? Yeah. It's probably, I probably want some more creatures. Here. Probably have too many 1-drops. What do I, let's see here. That's a little narrow. Okay, how's that? 20, yeah, 16 creatures, 7 non-creatures. Sounds, ooh, I don't want those plain. Oh, wait. Did it put planes? No, it didn't. Okay. Alright. Oh, let's see. Land cycling, I got some 3-drops. I think that's fine. Not too exciting. Come on, and pass. 1/1. Okay, so I could land cycle that, but I don't want to. I've got lots of lands. All good. That's a 6 scarf. Beginning your upkeep, surveil 1, and then you can sack it to make a bunch of elves. Good stuff. Okay, 3. So what am I looking at? Heirloom reach enters with... Okay. Here we go. I like this because it'll slow my opponent down because I'm kind of feeling like I'm behind. Yeah, surveilling every turn. That's a good card. I like it. Muldrotha in Commander, and I feel like that would be a pretty decent card. It's like basically draw a card. Okay, when this creature enters, you may blight 2. If you do, create 2 tokens. Whenever a creature you control dies, surveil 1, then remove 1. That's a good combo, sacking it. So, yeah, blighting it so it dies, and then I've got my prideful feastling down. I like that goblin art, that stick. I absolutely love the way Lorwyn is leaning into just not like just weird, but like unusual, unsettling, like cute, all of these things that sometimes Magic for a long time was a thing. It's just like it's a good card. I like that card. So when it enters, it checks how many colors among permanents you control. Then you can find basic lands and then play additional lands. So it's a good card. I kind of like that for my Hazazon Desert deck in Commander. So 5/4. It's just a vanilla. I don't want to like lose my board to it because I can probably defeat it. Very good. Destroy it next turn. Instant. On each creature, so that's a sweeper. I just don't know, that's still recycling. Dryfall, so I could block with my anti, then use this next turn. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, surveil 1. These cards are so good. Opponent, Jimmy Toe, so far ahead on lands. This card. Prismatic Undercurrents. Good card. Like, my opponent has so much mana. It enters with 2, -1/-1 counters. Remove 2 counters from this creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Activate a 1/2. It's a 3/4. Still can't. Okay. That. Now I have a big blocker, which I'm happy about. Surveil is helping them dig for whatever it is that they're kind of looking for. They're passing up on some of the creatures. So I feel like they've probably got a bomb in there somewhere. A lot of enchantments. Because of Robert and Jeff, whenever these goblins die or any shapeshifters, I'm going to lose one and they gain one. Not a huge deal, but so it doesn't seem like a goblin deck. I would like that card, but that could add up. I'm feeling behind on board for sure. Reading my Goliath Daydreamer has a lot of text. It's pretty good. Good card advantage. It is nice in like a 60 card format because if you have extra or like multiple copies of it, it's just putting dream counters on exiled cards. So theoretically, if one got removed, you'd still have access to those cards later. So nice benefit. Hey, Grub's Command. Good card. They're milling themselves a lot. What am I looking for? Grub's Command. Again? Oh, that's... They have 2 Grub's Commands? Oh. What? Do they... Exiles 2 cards from their hand. Yeah, my big, what are we looking at here? At the beginning of your first main phase, you may blight 1 if you do create a treasure token. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever a creature I control dies, remove 1. Surveil 1, then remove. I don't have any good attacks here. And we're both kind of, well, not in top deck mode because they've got a Grub's Command. Is that Grub's Command? Creature, target player mills 5 cards and puts each goblin card milled this way into their hand. I will not draw cards, I will make treasure tokens. Which is not going to help me that much right now. Okay. What am I doing here? Da, da, da. Okay. 3. Oh. That's cool. The I need something to play with. The background. It turns from daytime if you're I guess winning, and nighttime if you get lost. That's it for me. There's no way I'm coming back. Just ran out of steam. But that was fun. Good match. They had some fun cards. I really like Prismatic Undercurrents. Gave them a lot of gas. Ooh, here we go. Look at that. Oh. Defeat. One loss. So I play until I get 3 losses, I suppose. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a paper pre-release this weekend. I'm pretty packed, so I'm interested to see what I think of the format, or if I'd rather just spend that money on singles. This is just locked up on me. What's going on? I just want to play a game. A game. I might have to reboot. Let me see. Yeah. Arena just locked up on me, so I'm just gonna reboot here and we'll get right back at it. Oh, description. Oh, same guy. Okay. I've got some decent cards. I've got a turn 3. I've got some 4 drops. This is probably too slow, but let's go for it. Last time. Okay. 2-1 when it dies, I draw a card and lose. This requires me to blight 2 at the beginning of my first main phase. If I don't, I lose 3 life. We'll see. I might take 3 life, 3 damage, just so I can get a big attack in. We'll see. Of course, I can't play something blight before that trigger goes off. But once I have something like this Hovel Hurler, which can remove counters, then I might be in okay shape. Changeling Wayfinder and Mischievous Sneakling. Not drawing any mountains. Okay, that's my sweeper as an additional cost to cast this, or pay 2. Three. So 2/1, can't block. When it dies, destroy target creature an opponent controls with 2 or less power. I like this card, Changeling Wayfinder. It's a fun, like, basically, I mean, it doesn't ramp, so it's not quite a 3-mana rock, but nice color fixer for maybe some budget, 4 or 5 color. That's something. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay. So I can deal 4 damage to target creature. I can blight 1. And taking out his bigger creature. I really don't have much going on with this deck. Not a lot of synergies. Changelings really kind of changed the complexion of his deck. Richard King Ferguson art on a common. Amazing. So this feels like a good play. Because he was way ahead on board. But now not feeling so all these changelings are going to cause me to blight 1. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty much toast at this point, but play it out. Let's see. I do have a 6/7. I mean, it's not looking good, guys. But let's see what we can do. I can remove 1 of the counters from this next turn. Proliferate, but that's just gonna add an extra. Oh. Ew. Because that was pretty good. Okay, Grub's command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of Target goblin I control, don't control any goblins. Creatures target player controls get +1/+1 and gain haste until end of turn. Destroy target creature or artifact or mill. Okay. So I am going to obviously destroy and mill. Destroy the elf. I'm going to mill and hopefully get some goblins. Gobby gobbies. Okay. And I do have grub. That's my big one. And it can return grub's command to the battlefield, which would be nice if I make it that long. I probably will not, but we'll see. And then if I can flip grub over to Notorious Auntie, I get a 2/1 menace. That when it attacks, I can blight one. If I do create a tap and attack creature token that's a copy of the blighted creature, that then gets sacrificed. That's pretty fun. If I had drawn grub earlier and in a dedicated like goblin deck, that'd be pretty good. This does feel like she'd be a fun commander though. Sort of like a different take on a goblin deck rather than just like bum rushing. I'm not going to attack. So if they attack, I can block. Yeah, well. I'm gonna take that. Enters. Return a goblin to my hand. I have 4 mana. I've got 5 mana. Look at this. Okay. Grub's command. I am going to destroy the flyer. I'm going to move my cards. Get some goblins, hopefully. I didn't get any goblins. Attacks. Oh. That's it. I'm curious to see how this works. If I if I flip her over. And then she can fly. I'm obviously like toast next turn. This wasn't, you know, I could have played. I kind of wanted to see how that worked. It seemed to work out pretty good, honestly. If I wasn't down to 3 life, I feel like that would be a pretty good place to be. Like if I wasn't at 3 life right now, with only 1 card in hand, I'd feel pretty decent. I could try to get grubs to take out the feared obstacle. But too little, too late. So I'm not feeling this this deck here. I'm going to, well, I guess resign from this sealed event. And what do I want to do? Maybe play. You know what? Why don't we play a little bit of standard? I've got a fun standard deck that I snagged off somebody in the early access Discord, and it looked kind of neat. Early access standard. So this one, there's this Golgari Elves, but it's the Druids, like a Lorwyn Bant Druids deck. That seemed really cool. If we look through it here, let's just have a look. Oops. In any case, it'll be fun. So let's go. I do not play a lot of standard. I do like 60 card formats. I was more of a modern player back when I had a chance to actually play 60 card formats more. But let's do some standard. Hey Andrew, thank you for coming. I was playing some sealed. I was not digging my red black deck. Lost 2 matches in a row to the same player. Was having fun, but you know how it is. It felt like it was time to move on. Play some standard here. I will warn you, I'm not good at Magic. I've played Magic for a long time. I wouldn't say I'm good at Magic. 2 Helgas is not ideal. Quantum Riddler confuses me, because I don't really understand why it's so good. Yeah, Andrew, it's, I play on Arena a fair bit, actually, but I'm usually playing stuff like Pioneer. I play Brawl and stuff like that. Do drafts rather than play standard. I don't love 2 Helgas in this hand, so let's keep this. Llanowar Elves is sweet. Okay, let's keep this, and we're gonna punt. We're gonna punt the speaker, I think. Of course, look at that. So this is gonna be a fairies deck, obviously. I'm gonna pick Druid. I'm gonna play Llanowar Elves, and that's the turn. Next turn I can play Helga, which I think I want to do over just a little bit of extra ramp. Draw card and gain 1 life. Okay. Don't have anything to trigger Helga. Yeah, Andrew, pre-release kind of snuck up on me as well, but I think that's because spoiler season was so close to the actual pre-release date. So I wasn't really like planning to do a pre-release this weekend, and neither were my friends. Some of them are out of town. Like it just wasn't on our radar because spoilers were happening, and there's usually a fair bit of a gap between spoilers and pre-release. So I was kind of surprised by that. But the format seems fun. I mean, the actual Lorwyn is incredible. And I think, you know, if I can sneak a pre-release in this weekend, I will. I might just end up buying a pre-release kit and playing with some of my friends in my play group once they're around again. Eclipsed Realms is a pretty cool card for like Kindred decks.
Be jealous of my talent. Don't worry, Pom Pom Chan. I've got this. Take a break, will ya?
Not feeling great for your boy here. As the sword enters, choose color, enchant a land. It is the chosen color. Whenever it's tapped for mana, it's controlled by that. So I'm gonna put it on starting town. I can't pay. Okay. I'm gonna pick green, I guess. Green. Just so I don't always have to pay life for colored mana with starting town. But I mean, I'm flipping out here. This is
I've trained
not
with the
looking good.
best.
Not looking good. I really love this dynamic background. The day and night as my health gets lower. That's really cool. This deck feels fast. This fairy deck. Sweeper when you need it. Ooh, Bloom Tender. Love me some Bloom Tender. But really, got nothing going on here. I got a lot of ramp, nothing to ramp into. But that's okay. It happens.
I've got them pinned. Press the attack.
Kaito that keeps locking down my I like Flitterwind Nuisance. I have a Satoru Umezawa deck that needs like evasive ones. So the fact that that can draw me cards late in the game is pretty cool. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value or okay. I did have Formidable Speaker. Two though, didn't they? Huh. Okay. Discard a card. Submit one. Now I get to get a creature from my hand. Okay. I mean, you know, I will get this. Yes, it's big. I can evoke it. But then I'm not actually getting any benefits. So, I mean, this game's over. But this deck seems cool if I knew what I was doing. That fairies deck was very fast. I like it. There's a cool, like, I feel like you could build a cool landfall deck in this format, and maybe I'll work on building one of those. Oh yeah, best of 3. I usually play best of 1 on Arena. Forgot about that. So there's no sideboard. I will play this because I lost. Bloom Tender. And then 2 Dorans. Can get to Doran and then Bloom Tender is really good. Let's see. See what I draw. Each creature spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. Whenever a creature you control attacks or blocks, it gets plus X, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. So then Doran becomes a 5/10. card as long as there are one or fewer cards in your hand. If you would draw one or more cards, draw that many cards plus one instead. So what's the play pattern with Quantum Booster here? I can warp it, draw a card. Do green, exile target creature enchantment, but there's no. I'm gonna attack with the bloom tender, everybody. Attacking with the bloom tender. Critter blossom creature, right? Yeah. Now I don't mind. I'm gonna fire.
Trained for situation just in time to save the day.
So good. Okay.
Take a break, will ya?
Botanical Sanctum's not exactly what I was looking for. It's Kaito. Any turn, 3/4, hexproof, stun counter. How does Kaito keep putting stun counters on my things? Ninjutsu. 3/4 creature.
I just hate a fair fight.
Oh, -2. Gotcha. Okay. I have 3 Dorans. But Doran plus Helvet's pretty good. Yeah. Now I got Aang. I was just last night watching the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender kid, and we got to the final episode and got to see Aang and Law kind of defending the Northern Water Tribe, and I don't particularly think that the live action version of the show is very good, but it has its moments. Not really sure why it needed to exist. I have a lot of issues with the way that it adapted the source material and sort of lost a lot of the spirit, a lot of the warmth that defines what I liked about Avatar: The Last Airbender so much. But, you know.
Sit down. Rethink your life.
So that has 2 stun counters. Is Kaito just gonna draw a lot of cards? I do have a 4/6 flyer, which will be a 6/8 flyer. I can cast Wistfulness. What did I do? Airbend for one other target creature spell. Okay. I can play Wistfulness. Enduring Curiosity. Draw 2 cards and then discard a card. I'm gonna discard Doran, because I have a million of them. I will play a starting town, and now can I play this? This deck is starting to cook now. It's probably too late for me, but it's pretty impressive. That's just ramp. That's just ramp. I think. Discard a card. I'll discard my other No, I'll discard a Landlord Elves. And I'm gonna get another Quantum Riddler? The thing is, like, Doran's like stunned and tapped down, but it's still going to give benefit to my Quantum Riddler and my Formidable Speaker. But I just can't get around those flyers. Look at all of them. There's 7 of them. Andrew, yeah, I mean, the live action version of Avatar, it's fine to watch it. You know, it's 8 hours of whatever. It's okay. It's just that, like, the original version is just so magical and perfect as it is, and, like, the conversion to live action just loses some of that appeal. I would say. I'm gonna get rid of the Formidable. You know, there's certain things in the show that just don't really work the same way in live action that they do in the cartoon version. There's a layer of abstraction in cartoons that allow them to sort of get away with certain types of stories and, you know, story beats and visual gags and stuff that just doesn't really always translate very well to
Now I know your weakness.
But it's okay. You know, to its credit, I really like the actor who plays Sokka. I think he does a very good job. So, does Doran have reach? Somehow Doran does not have reach. But what I can do is all those tokens. I can flash. And I can flash and get rid of Kaito next turn. So I need I need to make sure I just can't. I need to make sure I can still cast Aang next turn. If I warp this, I don't think I'm gonna warp it for 1. I need to. White? Yes. No, the live action version of Avatar does not, in fact, quench yet. Unlike cactus juice. I'm very curious about what's coming up for Avatar, however. The news about the Aang movie isn't great. I think it was just, you know, punted over to streaming only, which is concerning, either from a quality standpoint or from just, like, a belief standpoint, which is disappointing. But the upcoming cartoon, like the 3rd Avatar series, sounds and looks really cool. I like the idea that it's sort of a rebuilding world. Yeah, Andrew, there's an Aang movie coming up called, I think it's like the Avatar: The Legend of Aang. And we'll see. I don't know much about it, except that I think it was just punted to Paramount Plus instead of a theatrical release. So I don't really know if it, like, is it just the Avatar show condensed? Is it like a follow-up to what happens after Avatar: The Last Airbender? I can't remember off the top of my head. But the actual follow-up series I'm really excited for. I like the idea of like twins, one of whom is the Avatar, and the other is not, and seems like it deals with like societal inequality and all that kind of stuff, which is good. Sounds good. Can I? No, I can't get any attacks in, right? No attacks. They're so close. I haven't really done much damage to them, but so many of their creatures are taking 2 damage every turn. So they can't like alpha strike me. I'm gonna Swift Savior Kaito, I think. Or do I just Swift Savior one of these guys? If I Swift Savior Kaito, or if I Airband Kaito, then I'll just cast it again for 2. So I think I just get rid of one of those guys. New season of Scrubs. It is the era of the reboot, isn't it? Hey, look at that. Interesting. I wonder what they had in their hand. I was feeling pretty good at that point. Doran was going to untap and be a 5/10 blocker. There's a lot of the flyers, but I had ways around that. I didn't think I was going to win that game, but I'll take it. Hey, and I get a pack. Shall we open a pack? Let's see. Let's see what I got. Wild card. Let's see. Sun Warriors. That's a fun card. I run it in my Aang deck because I need some firebenders other than Aang. What else? Path to Redemption. Good limited removal card. Yuyan Archers. That's cool. They're pretty good in the show. They're fun. Reach: when this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And Earthbender Ascension. Cool. It's weird getting Avatar cards when I'm doing Lorwyn stuff, but yeah, it's all good. Let's play that Druid's deck again. I'm gonna switch it though. I want a Lorwyn card on the cover. What do we got? Something that looks cool. Ooh, Sentinel Lost Lore, that's fun. Helga, Doran. Oh, I really like Wistfulness. Oh. Like that art. Who doesn't like axolotls? Do I have any? No. Okay, let's go back. Back. Does this even have a side? It doesn't have a sideboard. That's why I wasn't able to sideboard. Okay. So I want to how do I apply styles? Ooh. I want to use actually that Julie Dillon. Bloom Tender is cool. Fun Julie Dillon fact. You can kind of see right here, right there. That is art that Julie did for my blog, A Dribble of Ink, a million years ago. I mean, the blog's been closed for almost a decade. But at one point I was redesigning it. I reached out to Julie and she did that art right there. You can probably see it easier on like a Fun Factor stream, but yeah, it was really cool. I gave her an idea. It was like magical ink spilling across the desk, and she generously made me some art. That was the header art for my blog for many years. So I've long been a very big Julie Dillon fan. She's fabulous. I actually just hit the hour mark. I'll play out a couple more games here, but unfortunately I do kind of have to start carrying on as I get close to dinner time. And okay, I'm going to play. Let's see. I can play first turn Llanowar Elves. Yep, I will. That's good. Love me some first turn Llanowar Elves. Then second turn, like I can draw a card off Quantum Riddler. Go. Evoke that for 2 blue. Turn 2 land warriors. Doran really makes a big difference in this deck, reducing the cost of these creatures like Quantum Riddler down to a more manageable cost. I'm actually kind of surprised. Helga, like getting her out early. Then I don't need extra mana. I'll put that into play down the right place. Include a courtyard next turn. Love attacking with Land Elves. Classic. Combat trick. When Reese enters another turn. Persistent turn. I do like Reese. That's a good card. 1-drop. Oh, this is like a Death Shadow kind of. That's cool. Ooh, combo. Uh-oh. How did they... Oh, because they flashed that in on my turn. Whenever one more permanent cards... Uh-oh. They just have a 1-drop 7/7. I don't love that. Not soups into that, guys. Okay. Wistfulness doesn't really help me out here. Quantum Riddler. He's a 4/6 flyer. And as it gets bigger, I draw a card. Doran will help a lot because it's bigger than that thing. I can evoke this and exile target artifact or enchantment, but they don't have one. I could draw 2 cards and discard a card. Yeah, because I don't really need that Helga. So I'll pay 2 blue. Discard Helga. Draw 2 cards. Essentially. Ooh, okay. I might actually just biff this, honestly. Like, if Helga gets removed, the backup's nice. I'm feeling okay if I can get this Doran down. Not, you know, feeling great about a 1-drop 7/7, but what can you do? Reese into that Moon Shadow. That's pretty cool. I don't know why Reese has Flash. But flashing in and giving some creature persist is pretty cool. Probably find a way into one of my decks. Might even be good enough for my Rograk Kamari deck that's always looking for legendaries. Being able to persist, you know, any of my kind of important legendaries on the battlefield is always good. Do I want Doran right now? Yeah, just to get a big blocker. Blue Hammer, that is really good. So I will pay 2 life so I can get my Green Tender on my Quantum Riddler. I'm gonna block there. So I'm happy to go with this. Yeah, 6/8. That's nice. So yeah, Doran becomes a 5/10 as a blocker, right? So, feeling pretty good. Helga next turn, or I do have the Meringue River Regent, which becomes a 7/8 flyer. I see that this deck is maybe a little more aggressive than I was expecting when I first started playing it. Pretty fun. Another motion. Which is, you know, a problem, but they're gonna block. Or I'm just gonna block here. Oh, it's got menace. So, okay, that's a problem. I need to play the region. Otherwise, I'm toast next turn. Okay. No, check. But let's see. Can I? What do we think? Okay. Helga for 3. How can I? Return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Excellent. Like tempo. Tempo aggro. Probably need a sideboard for this deck, but I think I'll play out this round, see where it goes, best of 3, and then that'll probably be it for me for the evening. I'm gonna try to maybe get on here before the event ends tomorrow morning. I think it ends at 10 a.m. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to get on, maybe do a few more games. They're going first. I like this. I've got Bloom Tender and Helga. So I can go Bloom Tender on 2, Helga on 3, and then Bloom Tender will be able to cast Formidable Speaker. Very nice. And this is a breathing pool. Very good. Druid. So Bloom Tender next turn. Then Helga. Quantum Riddler has been nice. It's a good card. So I'm gonna Bloom Tender or Druid? Yeah. Yes. Then Helga next turn, and then the Bloom Tender will be able to tap for 3, so I could do Formidable Speaker, or just never mind. Abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planewalkers can't be activated. Cool. Okay. So that means I can't tap my guys. I'm not sure what I have here. I'm running Rivers can deal with the Clarion Conqueror like briefly, but I think I just need to play out the Quantum Riddler. So I just need to get a 5 in. And Formidable Speaker. Discard Bloom Tender. Get a Meringue over, or get Doran. Quantum Riddler up next turn. Then at least I can stop the attacks from the Clarion Conqueror. But I might just go Doran. I put pressure on. Helga. What do you do? Helga? Helga? Then Quantum Riddler. Okay. And I think I just need to win this game fast at this point, really. Let's see. Meringue River because I can at least bounce Clearing Conqueror and get access to Bloom Tender again next turn. Just even went after Bitter. Return. So Helga's down to -1. Okay. What can I do here? I want to bounce both of those. Right? 6. Why can't I use my Bloom Tender? Why couldn't I tap my Bloom Tender for mana? Because I couldn't cast any spells with it. It only has 3. Biscuits. Not
My blade serves the people of this world.
Okay.
One fewer foe.
I think should be able to. Do I want to draw another card? So now I have lethal on board next turn, but they can put 3 -1/-1 counters on something I control. Which is fine. Clarion Conqueror. But I'm not going to use any activated abilities. And I can Meringue River Region. Just a vote. Interesting. So Clarion Conqueror, they've got a lot of mana. What's that last card in their hand? What am I doing here? I'm gonna bounce that. Ooh, down to one. Okay, let's see. Fun. I like this Druid deck a lot. It feels like fast and grindy and inevitable if you kind of have the right hand. That's fun. I'm going to hopefully get a chance to play this again tomorrow. I need to start getting headed in the direction of dinner. Thanks for everyone who came out and played some Lorwyn Eclipsed early access with me. That was a ton of fun. I hope to be streaming a little bit more through the Fun Factor YouTube here. So please join me, and thanks again for coming by. Okay, have a good one, everyone. Peace.